Travel back in time with a trip inside the Iowa's News Now vault.
A week, 52 weeks a year, an estimated 50 million Americans tune in to watch The Young and the Restless. The multi-Emmy award-winning drama has followed the lives of the fictional characters of Genoa City for the past 18 years and has, say some, the largest viewing audience of any show in modern-day television.
Ashley Abbott.
Hello, my darling, it's me.
I learned quickly that what the audience sees here is the incredible product of what goes on here. A team of writers, directors, cast, and crew that numbers less than 100, but is remarkably efficient. They are, according to executive producer Edward Scott, the best in the business.
Hand-picked people. We couldn't do the show without them. I mean, we get this thing done in, 11 hours, and it's the best show on. It's the best-looking show. We get the best performances.
The attention to detail begins with the look, and people like chief costume designer Greg York. Greg buys and manages hundreds of outfits for each character on the show, making sure each piece of clothing follows the storyline, sometimes with a sense of humor.
Jill is a character who is a former beautician, and she slept her way and blackmailed her way up the corporate ladder at a cosmetics company, so we always try to dress her with a little bit of bad taste.
Upstairs, a crew of about 40 work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week on 2 separate sound stages, constructing, lighting, and taping each segment. Each scene is shot about 3 weeks in advance, in the order you see them on the show.
We have to more or less coordinate everything because once we start taping, we have to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, or else.
Sid Grossfeld is one of 2 on-set stage managers responsible for blocking each scene and making sure the taping runs smoothly. He says the schedule is hectic and there's little room for mistakes. Still, he says he loves what he does.
I believe that the best part about it is working with some great people.
I like working with the actors and the technicians. I've surrounded myself with all these people. I like them a lot.
Scott attributes the success of his drama to many things. In addition to the staff, he credits the storyline, the performances, and consistency of the show.
Keep these people on, get the audience hooked in, and they want to stay with the show.
But most of all, Edward Scott credits a dream and the ability to keep making that dream come true.
It should last a long time. It should be on as long as people like to watch it.
You know her as Ashley Abbott, the classy vice chairwoman of Jabot Cosmetics and wife of multi-millionaire business tycoon Victor Newman.
I want you to know that I'll be here for you anytime you ever need me.
Off camera, her name is Brenda Epperson, a 25-year-old California native who's anything but stuffy.
Thank you.
Brenda's recognized as one of the most popular characters on The Young and the Restless. Since she joined the cast 2.5 years ago, the soap has soared to #1, and Brenda along with it. But her road to stardom wasn't typical.
So I didn't have a job, right? I was out a job. I did this commercial, so I had a little bit of money to sustain me. And then a week later, or maybe less than that, I got the call that I got this job on The Young and the Restless.
Immediately, Brenda says she was thrust into a world of thick scripts and big challenges.
I would sit there for hours and just study and learn and just work and work and work. And they said, it'll come easier to you, don't worry. It's reaching levels of anger, of hurt, of frustration, of whatever, and bringing it out and across to the people.
Ultimately, Brenda says that honesty is the reason her character and the soap are so popular.
Young and the Restless, the story writers, Bill Bell, the creators, everything is very realistic, and I think they really are conscious about dealing with day-to-day issues, things that happen with people in their lives now.
Our show's #1 in Iowa, and I think it's #1 overall. I think the reason is because a story will hold people's attention, always.
John Castellanos, who's played lawyer John Silva on the show for nearly 2 years, tried to plan for his success.
As far as performance, my background is classical theater. Worked in repertory theaters, and wonderful plays. You know, it's that little second of life that we try to grab, and we try to grab it at the moment that they're running the cameras.
Unlike Brenda, John says the greatest challenge of his character is his profession.
Our legal scenes are written by this very well-known trial lawyer from Chicago. It's very exact, and very challenging. I mean, there's a lot of language. We have these huge courtroom scenes that, you know, just line after line and pages of stuff.
Both Brenda and John say they put long hours and lots of effort into roles that sometimes look easy, but neither says they do anything else. As for the future of their characters, they're not naming options either.
You know, they don't tell us. It's a surprise to us, too.
I don't know, but something's brewing. I do know that.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. I don't know. I tell you, but I don't know.
Well, it's a beautiful morning here in Southern California, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm standing on the lawn of Television City in Hollywood, where all your favorite CBS soap operas are made, including The Young and the Restless. Now, I'm just about to go inside, so why don't you come with me and let's let the fun begin.
Or rather, the paperwork. My first stop in Television City was the casting office, where I filled out forms, and more forms, and learned something I didn't know.
I don't get paid, do I? I get paid?
Then it was off to wardrobe, where costume designer Greg York told me what role I'd play and which gown I'd wear.
You were going to be wearing a polyester nurse's uniform.
Then it was upstairs for a quick rehearsal.
You're crossing straight ahead this way. Straight off the door.
And if you wink at camera, you're through.
From here, it was 3 hours of hurry up and wait.
This is the glamorous life I've always dreamed of.
I'm ready. And finally, the real thing.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oops, you say you missed it. Well, let's slow that down and try again. You get the idea. All in all, 3.1 seconds of fame, but well worth the wait. That's all, folks.